Right now, hundreds of UC San Diego students gathering on campus to protest Israel's war in Gaza.
They set up a tent city yesterday afternoon and remain there as of this morning. CBS 8's Regina Yarita is live at UC San Diego speaking to some of those students here. Regina.
Yeah, that's correct. Good morning, guys. And we're starting to see some of the students wake up, actually come out of their tents. They're starting with a morning prayer. But we've been talking to some of the students really to get to know a little bit about the demands that they're asking from the school and to talk a little bit more. We have Yasmin here. Thank you so much for being here. You're one of the demonstrators who actually camp out here all night. You said you've been here for 18 hours. So Yasmin, right behind you is some of the demands, the list of demands that you're asking from the school. But talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, over the past 6 months, the Palestinian people in Gaza have been under a direct genocide by the Israeli government. And unfortunately, we have seen college campuses across the nation stay silent on what has been happening, as well as continue to invest in the state of Israel and continue to invest in the genocide directly against the Palestinian people. So the students are now hosting encampments across the nation to say, not in our name, not in our tuition, we must stop the investment in Israel and the war machine, and we must protect the Palestinian people on the ground and end this genocide today.
And so obviously you've seen what's been happening nationally, right? Some of the protests have become violent. You said so yourself. This is from counter protests, but you've seen police actually, dismiss some of the encampments here. How do you feel about so far just seeing some police presence in this area?
Yeah, seeing police around and having to sit here and watch as they're monitoring and going and increasing their numbers has been terrifying. We are worried that the students will be attacked in the violent ways that we've seen across the nation. We're worried that they will be violently arrested. We're worried about their safety. And we want to make sure that the students here at UCSD are protected and able to exercise their First Amendment right without violence being against them.
And Yasmin, have you gotten any word from the school as far as if they're open to have some sort of discussion with the demonstrators out here?
We have not heard any negotiations or discussions from the school. However, we've received threats that they will be calling the cops on us, as well as checking IDs to give current students misconduct, basically.
Well, Yasmin, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Of course, we'll be out here all morning talking to some of the students, but you can hear some of the demonstrations that are happening out here. I do want to pull up a full screen from the chancellor here at UC San Diego and what he mentioned. So he says our focus remains squarely on maintaining a safe campus environment free from discrimination and harassment and continuing the operation of our academic mission without disruption. So back out here outside of this encampment that's located very near from the library. It's been here since yesterday evening. The students have camped out here. There's about over a dozen tents here, but as I just mentioned, they're just waking up this morning, starting with a morning prayer. As we're seeing more students, we'll talk to them a little bit more about the demonstrations and really everything that's happening globally as well as nationally here when it comes to these protests. So again, we'll have more information, but stick with CBS 8. We'll be here all morning long. Eric and Etta, I'll send things back to you guys.